everyone, and thank you so much for being on the show again. My name is Angie'S. Welcome to Angie's Talk Show. Tonight, I'm super thrilled because tonight we're gonna be starting. We're gonna kind of mix and match a little bit on what we are going to do, but I am so excited that we're gonna be starting to interact with our viewers. We're going to be receiving some calls from them and see if they want to ask some questions regarding the topic of the night and some questions to our speakers, which is amazing. So I'm super excited about that. So first off, I want to say hello to all our viewers around the world and to all the fathers, our heroes, our superheroes who stand behind of every single family out there and who love their family, their kids, and their wives. Salute to all of you and kudos for all you do for your family. So happy Father's Day. I will be the first one to greet you and going on for the Father's Day coming up. So hopefully spouses, wives out there and children, hopefully you're gonna get some good treat for dad and some amazing gift for him to thank him for who he is and what he does for our family. So anyways, Angie's Talk Show is meant to acknowledge all the people around the world who are doing everything they can to stay above the water and rise above and thrive, even though what kind of life situation they are in. So we are here to feature all the people who are doing such an amazing job in getting into their strength into facing whatever struggles comes their way. So, and also for all those business owners who are wanting to come and increase and grow their brand, we will be more than happy to have you into our show. And for all those people who are looking forward to see what else can they learn, any skills, abilities, and wanting to be inspired by all the people who are thriving out there, feel free to join us every Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So again, thank you to all our viewers, but I am going to show you and bring you my very special guest, two powerful women who are entrepreneurs and business owners, loving mother and loving a wife to their spouses. Here we go. We have Cindy, and we're gonna say happy anniversary to Cindy today. So we're gonna wish her a very fruitful and loving years, blessed years more to come. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining me tonight. Here is Cindy Bodak, and we have Deb Pomeroy. And guess what, guys? Cindy is in Ontario. It's already around 10 o'clock her time. And here it is, Deb in BC. It's only like 7 o'clock her time. So let's welcome them both into our show. So ladies, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me tonight. So let's talk about who we are, what we do, and why is it important to really face and know how to transition. And also, this is what I love: how to face all the struggles, adversities that comes our life when transition comes, that will take place, and how to tackle them. But first off, let me introduce you, Cindy. Cindy, please tell us a little bit about yourself, and hopefully we'll know more about you. Here's Cindy.
Thank you, Angie. And it's our pleasure to be here tonight. Honestly, it's our pleasure. And thank you for the anniversary. Yes, my husband, I'm very happy. 22 blissful years, of course. But, this has been like, I'm sure for a lot of people, it's been, this year has been crazy. But honestly, I have to say the biggest, for me personally, what has gotten through me through this transition and the ups and downs and all kinds of stuff is definitely my friends and family, and which you can pick up the phone and say, I'm having a bad day, and they kind of bring you up and whatever. But my background basically is in sales and marketing. I have a lot of different, I've been an entrepreneur most of my life, owner operator of businesses, franchises, and in the past year and a bit, I've been, of course, laid off, and then our company through COVID went bankrupt. So both myself and my husband both got laid off. My job was, of course, lost. His was late. He was laid off, and he's going to be going back soon. But the transition and the challenges, like everyone, has been, it's been tough, but persevere. And I have to honestly say, it's the close-knit friendships of family and friends that have really gotten me through, Angie. That's been the biggest, I'm blessed with that. Blessed to have family around.
That's awesome. So with all those things that's going through in your life, it's unbelievable that you can stay positive. But I would love very much to know more about that before after I go with Deb. So, but thank you so much for sharing that. It's very important that we stick together, especially with our loved ones who are open enough to push us up, not to pull us down. So that's very important. So thank you so much for sharing that. Let's go ahead and ask for Deb. How about you, Deb? This is Deb Pomeroy. And let's go ahead and ask how is she doing? Who is she? And what are the things that is transitions that she's going through right now?
Well, Angie, you've known me a long time. And everything is about flexibility. So I grew up in a very small town back in Newfoundland, and I was really taught to have this flexibility muscle, right? Because hardships come in all kinds of ways. I'm living in British Columbia now, but I've lived pretty much east to west of Canada. My husband is a military member of the Canadian Forces. So I had to learn really quickly and very young that my life could pick up like that.
That's right.
So I kind of already have that, right? But I'll tell you what it does for a person is that when you start to understand that you're not in control and you just kind of have to go with what's coming forward and move really quickly, you adjust really quickly. So for me personally, when I moved here, I had just kind of established myself in a new type of business, and it's feng shui. So that's getting into people's houses, into their life. And COVID happened. And I'm thinking, I've pretty much done everything over this last, 30 years of working. And that was just because my husband moved so much. I wasn't military, so wherever we would move, I would just find a job that accommodated the family and made it easy for us as a couple and parents to raise our daughter, right? But she moved away and she graduated, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start doing my thing, and then go, and then I couldn't get into anybody's house. But Cindy went and brought up a really good point. Angie, we've known each other for 12 years because we've understood the hustle, right? Yeah. And when life gives you lemons, we're the kind of people who make the lemonade.
That's right. Right? I was just talking to my best friend Carol a while ago, and we exactly talk about that. you gonna, if you got a lemon, make a lemonade or do something. But like I you know what, I was have this conversation with her, as I was driving a while ago, and it's
Mhm.
so true. But you know,
Mhm.
it's so amazing that like when our kids move into a place, it seems that we have that attachment, and as long as we're flexible enough to do that and move in the same city with them, that is a blessing. That's such an
Oh,
amazing blessing. And the same thing with Cindy. It was like you guys are both the same. Like you go where your kids are, because you got one kid. Like I don't know what to do with my four kids, you guys. So that is like, oh my gosh, am I not flexible enough to go with them wherever they go? I don't know, but I will see when I get there, I guess. But it's so true, Deb. It is so amazing that we can go and do things that we want to do, and especially when it's needed to be done. But at the same time, we have that attitude that can really get along into or really adapt into situations like that. That's the only thing that really keep us moving forward. There's so many people out there that they got stuck. And whoever you are, if you're watching this, it is okay. It is normal. If you're gonna feel sad, bad about a situation, and you feel really stuck about something, you know what? It's normal. That is normal.
Yeah.
But it will never be normal if you dwell on it. If you dwell on it. Let's think about a car. If you're driving a car and you plan to put it in a neutral, that is the worst thing you can do if you put it in neutral. Why is that? Because you're not going anywhere. You're in a neutral. It's better for you to park it, think, and analyze the thing, analyze the situation, and move on and push your gas. Because being in a neutral and stuck there for a long time, my goodness, guys, it's not a good thing. So don't put your car on a neutral. Either push the gas or, of course, park and think, but never go like reverse. If you reverse, then it will take all your life to come back and start over again. So that's exactly what is these ladies. I've known them for quite a while, and I know I call them power the women because that's who they are. They go, if you get pinned down on a wall, you can't back. There's no way to go back. There's only chance to move forward, and that's who these ladies are. So that's why I brought them to the show. And with all the things that they've been doing, we can learn from each other. We can learn that yes, we are women. We think in so many different directions, but once we get it right and we do right and we take action, we'll get somewhere. So would you agree, right, ladies? This is just so fun. I said to a lot of people, enjoy the journey. Don't focus on what, like, how about if don't focus on that, just enjoy the journey. So this is amazing. So before I'm gonna go further, guys, let's go ahead and say hello to all our viewers. Carol, that's my best friend who's watching right now. Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. She said Alicia Nolasco. And I have also Charlie Barbero Manankil, my beautiful sister. Thank you for watching. And yes, Carol is agreeing. That's my saying. That's exactly what I told you a while ago there, Deb. But Gloria, Liva, Monius, thank you so very much for watching, guys. To all our viewers around the world, this show has never been possible without you watching. So whatever message that you are getting from this show, I do believe and hope that you will be blessed and take this to where it needed to be taken, and help you rise above, help you and strengthen you, inspire you to move forward in life. So the world is opening, you guys. So no more waiting. Let's just keep moving forward in order to get to where we want to be. So again, another thing is, I know Cindy has this business that you got a while ago, that you left from I guess from Thunder Bay, and then move on. So I know you have that designer thing. So let us talk about that a little bit, because it's so fascinating. And why designing? What you like about it?
Well, I've been doing interior decorating for probably most of my, like, I would say many years. People didn't even know I did interior decorating. And I had a passion for, like, just when I would see things, I just want to move them around. And like Deb talks about the feng shui, I didn't get into that more or less, but I really love color and I love decorating. So I always did it on the side. And then finally, a cousin, my husband's cousin, owned Superior Coatings in Thunder Bay. Give him a plug, Superior Coatings, wonderful paint store. And he said, well, you should go get your interior decorating consultant certification. So I actually came down to Oakville here, did it here when I lived in Thunder Bay. And I just started doing it. And then I had friends ask me to help them. And I started doing it on the side kind of thing. It's just one of those things that just lights my fire. It makes me very, very happy when I can bring happiness and brightness to somebody's room by, decluttering and decorating and moving things around and freshening things up. So that has always been a passion of mine. So I started doing, I did Bodak interior decorating in Thunder Bay and had a lot of clients. And like I said, it's just a passion, which led into a lot of other things. Again, Angie, I've been an entrepreneur all my life. So for me, it's like, I don't ever want to say, I wish I would have done that. So instead, I just do it. I just do it. And a lot of my friends would say, Cindy, I can't believe you take something and you make lemonade out of it from, and I said, well, life's too short. You just gotta go with it. You gotta go with the flow. You gotta go with your energy. And you know what, the most important thing, Angie, I want to end with just this comment, is I always find if you surround yourself around people, positive people that you enjoy being around, then you all of a sudden things start happening, because it's that energy of a group of like-minded people can create so much more in life. And you've done that all your life, Angie. You give back to communities. You have charities. You have that where people want to be around you. So that's what I know I do. And Deb is a person that I've been around for a long time, and we've been working together on a few projects. And it's being around other like-minded and really good energy people that gets me fired up. And you know what? It actually gets my brain working more. Like, what else can I do? Honestly, that's how I think.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I am hearing. Guys, to all the viewers. What I'm hearing is, it is time to do some weeding. You know what I mean? Weeding. Like, when you are growing a garden, this is what I heard. Okay, and I'm telling you, and I'm trying to translate here. When you're growing a garden, it's not all good fruit, flowers, or vegetables around. What can you find most of the time are the weeds. And what are the weeds does to the good plant, flowers, vegetables? They kill and eat the nutrients of the good one that you're trying to grow. Now, this is exactly what I'm trying to get from Cindy and her whatever she's saying. Time to weed out, weed out, weed out. Whoever is not giving you the energy and giving you the positive energy, whatever it is, and you feel that they're drugging you, time to weed out. That is it's time. You look like this is like it. Find like Cindy. Take Cindy's advice. Surround yourself with the people you can connect, who will boost you up and boost your energy, and you have the same vision in life, because it's gonna be so hard to be with people who will drag you down, and you will spend your energy explaining yourself that you should not be doing, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And you don't want to do that, and you don't want that vegetable who is screaming for your life, please take all this weed out away from me. You're not that person. So what you gonna do after this show? Go to your phone. Who are all those people? The five people who give you positive comments. Look at your texts, your text messages. Who are those people who are giving you all those positive and rubbing a positive energy with you? Those are the people that you're gonna connect more often. Go to Facebook. Who are telling all these negatives and just posting random things? Weed them out. Okay? So if you're gonna see your name and I block you, maybe you're one of them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. If you cannot see any posts from me anymore, maybe you're one of those. But I'm just kidding you. Okay, so tell you need to surround yourself with great energy. And that's what it is, you guys. You don't need that extra stress, extra aggravation that doesn't need to be wasted. You need all your energy to plan and move forward to the things that you want in life. And that's a great advice. Thank you so much, Cindy. You have done so many things, and you know it yourself, that you can always feel. But I love the fact that your passion on and being a decorator, that's another thing to get your stress out. You know, ladies, I just found out that I know how to do things with my hand. Before, I'll never know. I thought I can only talk. I thought I can only make money by talking, you ladies. But guess what? With this pandemic, thank God, because now you know what I am doing? I am making some rosaries, car rosaries, bracelet rosaries, you name it. These are just like so
Wow.
amazing. I don't know. It comes to me and said, every time I'm frustrated about something, forget about that. And I just start doing and making those rosaries, like bracelets and things. After you make something like one, I'm so amazed. I'm so fulfilled. And I exactly feel what you're feeling, Cindy. And that's just amazing. So that's great, ladies. What an amazing, amazing advice that you can give to people. But, guys, I mean, we'll try to be the best person that we can. But I don't think we deserve to be like, treated less. We all are equal. And if you treat some people who put them in a pedestal, I do believe that you deserve to be treated good too as well. So I mean, we don't expect anybody, or we don't ask anybody to treat us that way. But I do believe if people wanted to be treated good, they should be treating people good too. Would you agree? I do
Absolutely.
agree.
Absolutely.
Yes or yes, definitely.
Amen.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's go ahead with Deb, because I know Deb is passionate about doing something too. But of course, Deb is a networker and entrepreneur too as well. So dealing with people, I know for a fact that she got some things too that she can tell us. And after Deb, we're gonna be opening the line for people to be calling us. Please, viewers, share with us, what do you think about transition? What do you think about the things that's going on in our lives, and how we address them, and how are you coping with them? So maybe we can open the line, like, as we are waiting, we're gonna go ahead and ask Deb, and then after that we're gonna open the line for any calls and share some ideas with us. Okay, so anyways, let's go to Deb. Deb, what are you passionate of doing, and why do you do it?
Well, you know what? I try to show up as passionately as I can about most things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I look around and I think we're on the other side of the grass, people.
Mm.
I'm a person who lost my parents at young ages. So my dad used to say to me, my darling, when you shine, you give other people an opportunity to do the same, right? So for me with COVID, I just keep doing the pivot. Anytime something shows up, I just look at it and I'm like, okay, who do I know who can help me through this? And then I reach out to them. And funny enough, they show up for me, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I think what happens to people when things happen, they just kind of suck themselves back in a place and they don't want to talk about it and they don't want anybody else to know what's going on. But you're never going to get anywhere doing that. The whole
Mm-hmm.
thing is not just communication. It's the right communication.
Yeah.
And in my personal business, when I sit down with somebody and we only ever deal with three things: health,
Mm-hmm.
relationships, and
Yep.
wealth. That's
Yes.
all feng shui is about. It's about going into a person's environment and helping them put it together in the best way to suit
Mm-hmm.
everybody in the house, not just the man or the woman or the children, but to
Mm-hmm.
do a whole thing. And I always say to them, I'm like, this is not just about communication because people are communicating all the time. You see the
Mm-hmm.
gestures on the road. You got the
Mm-hmm.
road ragers who's like got their hands up at you and they're like, what are you doing? Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about the right
Mm-hmm.
communication. You will never get anywhere in your life. You will never get the things that you'd like to experience in your life without the right
Mm-hmm.
communication,
Mm-hmm.
right? And time is ever flowing.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things, if you can do really quickly, and Angie, you're right. You're right. If there's something going on, you kind of got to sit into it for a second, right? You have to sit there and you got to really feel the emotion of it. But
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to write the story and dwell on it forever
Mm-hmm.
and for years.
Yep.
Feel it, reach out to others who, might be able to give you some insight on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then start to move. Just take the movement. So for some people, I find if they just start to get out into nature really quickly, if they can't do anything else except for things for themselves, because Cindy will tell you, I'm a very self-care person. I don't
Mm-hmm.
pick up my phone until I've been up for an hour and a half in the morning and
Mm-hmm.
I walked my cat. I know it's kind of weird that I walk my cat, but I do. But
Who else out there is walking their cat? Come on, share a little bit of that. I'd love to hear that. I walk my husband, but I don't know about walking my cat.
oh, but I do. I walk her every morning. I
Okay.
walk my neighbor's dog. I have a meditation and I sit with
Mhm.
myself and I ask myself how I'm feeling. Because I can't show up for other people if I'm not feeling okay. You know how I show
Mhm.
up? I show up like a yeah, 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 like a blah blah
I
like
know.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. I don't ever
Mhm.
want to do that because I want to show up for people so that
Mhm.
when I'm talking to them, if I
Mhm.
can't be there to, because I mean, it's you can't give unless you can listen and respond,
Of course. Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if I'm all about me in my head and my silly stuff that's going on,
Mhm.
then I
Mhm.
don't even hear what they're saying. I'm just like, yeah, just like
Exactly.
blah blah blah. Right?
Yes.
So
Yes. No.
you know,
Definitely.
Cindy knows I'm all about self care. Take care. If I take care of myself first, do you know
Mhm.
how much I can do when I do that?
Oh
It's
yes.
incredible when you just give
Mhm.
yourself. I mean, it could be 10 minutes. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
I don't have a
Mhm.
2-year old anymore where I couldn't even go to the bathroom for 2 minutes,
Mhm. Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So I get that some people don't have a lot of time. But
Mhm.
I can tell
Mhm.
you, if you start to actually command that time,
Mhm. Mhm.
when you do that, you show up better for everybody else. and your children and your spouse and your family and your coworkers and your employers or your employees, whatever it is, if you give yourself even 10 minutes of time to you, to just love on yourself and to respect yourself, you show up so different. People start going, what are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
No, that is so true because Deb, I totally agree with you because
Yeah.
I do believe if you don't know how to love yourself, who do you expect can love you more? Nobody. And if
Yeah.
you don't love yourself enough, how can you love other people? If you don't know how to respect yourself, how do you expect other people to respect you? And how can you respect your other people if you don't know what is respect all
Yeah.
about? So it's very important that we always need to listen to our body. If you need that nap, take that nap. I mean, come on, like just go and close your eyes. But Angie, I am so busy. I know, but what are you busy about? That movie show that you're going to watch will stay there and be there later. But no, a lot of people, they want to say like, they want to stay up or whatever it is. Say, I'm sometimes I'm guilty. I do that. And I beat myself up for doing that. But take that. If you need a bath, take that bath. If you just need to just sit down, like what Deb is saying, go sit down and do nothing. Think about nothing. Just yourself and you. And it's so true. If you need to go walk your cat, go ahead and walk. Who cares about other people looking at you walking your cat? Who give a crap? Just think about yourself a little bit there because it's very like it's just so important. And I said to my husband, and sometimes I communication is the key, and it's very important. And I will just say, like, I don't know, I can't remember what I was doing, but there is just this one example I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I am not hungry now. I'm gonna eat it later. Sure enough, that's what I think I said. But see, he thinks that I said I don't like it. I'm not going to eat it, and then she eat it. And guess what? I got mad because the communication is not there. I love that. What did you do? Why did you eat it? I said, I thought you're not hungry and you're not wanting to eat. Just small things like that can trigger something. Of course, if you are feeling, well, I may be older, but I'm in my menopausal. Don't make me mad.
I'm past
I
mine, sweetheart.
and I said, I'm menopausing. I'm not pregnant, but I'm menopausing. Don't get me mad on this. Like the small things like that, guys. Communication is the key, and it's so important that you should have that. So it's like I tell you guys, it's just. That's just a small thing. Don't be so melodrama. Melodrama to you, small thing to you, but not me. Like, so guys, like, pay attention to what your body's saying and communicate better. Even just a small thing, it will cost you. Said, I'm not talking to you. You're not sleeping in the room or whatever it is, and it's gonna go bad. So you better be making sure that your spouse is understanding you right, because that's not good. So, anyways. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you, Gustavo, for being here with us tonight. We're gonna be opening the call right now. Please give us a call and share your experiences, whatever it is that you need to share with us, because of this show tonight will be very interaction, and we welcome all our callers to share their views, their ideas, and their tips to all our viewers, and whatever they want to ask questions to our speakers. Okay, so we have a caller on the line, and we will take it and say hello to Carol.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hello, Carol. Thank
Hi,
you so
Carol.
much.
Hi, Carol.
I thought I'd just call and chime in because I I am very familiar with transition.
Oh gosh.
I feel like my life has been in transition for the last 7 years. And one of the things I wanted to add, it's like one step in front of the other. I think like that Cindy was saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. It's so true. You have to. One of the things that I've learned is to just sort of walk lightly and just trust the process and trust that everything is going to work out okay. And a lot of times the reason why we can't move out of we're just so afraid of change. Change is such a scary thing because it's like the unknown. And my husband was out of work. We lived in Toronto. It's where our families are. And he ended up getting a job here in Alberta. And I was just like, hell no, I'm not moving to the West. I'm not going anywhere colder. If we're going to go anywhere, it's going to be warmer. And, he went ahead and he was here for 6 months while I was in Toronto. And I was just like, well, maybe we can have a long distance marriage. I was so terrified of change because I knew nobody here. I knew no one. I was just, I didn't know. Like I've had my hairdresser for the last 20 years. It's like, what am I going to do when I go to this new place that just, and as my dad sat me down and said, Carol, you got to go with your husband. This is ridiculous. And so it's probably the reason why. He's like, he was like, trust the process, go with it. And so, so if anyone's like just walking in that fear of like the unknown, things have worked out. Like, just one foot in front of the other and just trust, So that's just basically a comment that I wanted to make. Is just,
that is amazing. Well, thank you so much, Carol. That's such a very significant comment there. And guys, it's so true. All of us can do things that we want to do. We have our hairstylist. My hairstylist, 10 years I've been with her, and I'm so scared to move anywhere. So
change, right?
No. Change can be painful. Yeah,
it is painful. It's scary. But we've met some amazing people here in Alberta, and I finally can call it home after 7 years. I think the first year we moved here, I cried.
Oh,
I did. I just missed everybody back at home, and now I've just got such amazing friends, and Angie's one of them. And it's just like, it's just like God. You just open yourself up, and it just everything works together for good.
Wow. Yes. Well, thank you. It's been a blessing meeting you too, as being one of your friends, and it's just phenomenal journey with you, with everything that is going on. But if you don't mind me asking, what do you do, Carol?
So I work with Angie. So that was another thing. I was working for the Kidney Foundation. I got
Kidney Foundation.
The first month, and then I got laid off in 2018. And I was just like, well, what next? What am I going to do? And then talking to Angie, and I ended up going to work with her, getting my insurance license, and just saving people's lives with accident, sickness, critical illness policies, and so that too is scary. Sales is scary, and I was like, I'm not a salesperson, but it's just like I said, you trust the process and things work out.
Awesome. Well, there you go, ladies. Thank you so much, Carol. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being on the show. And I love you, girl. We'll talk to you very soon. Thank you for your input.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Nice meeting you, Carol.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. See, we have some viewers that are really wanting to participate also. It's Carol sits such an amazing friend that support the things that we do, and she's so wonderful to get and adapt into that transition, to everything that is happening in life. And there are times that like I said, I don't know, Angie, if I can do this anymore. Like there are times like that. But the thing is, it's not about just holding ourselves back into moving forward. It's about understanding. Okay, it's understanding what the situation is and looking on what is the reward at the end. So change is painful, but for every change, the people doesn't know that there's always something waiting better than ever at the end. So let's move on and get that change. And really appreciate Carol for coming in and saying and giving us some comment in there. So thank you so much again. And Carol said, "Do it afraid." So that is so true. If you're scared, just do it anyway. So it's very important. Yeah. So, anyways, ladies, I know that you guys are, you ladies are still in some other networking company, or like doing some businesses with other people. So, getting into the things that you are doing right now, why do you think it's very important? Like Carol have given us some other tips in there, but why do you think it is important and very ideal to learn on how to adapt into whatever transition that brings that comes in our lives? So why is it important to learn on how to adapt into a transition? Maybe let's go with Cindy.
Well, I think the thing about transition for me is that it, like you said, Angie, it makes you grow.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's almost like sometimes when you're afraid of something new, if you're afraid of it, obviously there's a reason, but sometimes people have to get out of their comfort zone. And when you get out of your comfort zone, that means you're growing. It's something new. Like when
Yes.
I had done my last position, I was sales director for Canada for a very large company in the election world. I've never been in the election industry in my life. And I remember when the person who told me, who brought the job, offered me the position, I said, listen, I've never done this before. I've been in sales and marketing most of my life. But it was such a new arena that it actually scared me, but it made me open my mind to think, you know what? It's something new. I'm going to learn something new. So let's just give it 150%. You know what I mean? So I think for me, the transition and the adapting to something new, for me, I like challenges. So for me personally, a challenge kind of brings my level up even higher because I want to do good. I want to be the best at whatever I'm taking on. So that's just the more of the competitiveness in me, but it also makes me grow. So now I have a whole new appreciation for the election, and world and the industry. I'm not in it anymore because obviously the company's not around anymore because of COVID. But I can honestly say that experience made me grow and understand that, you know what, it was a big step. It was a scary step, but I can say I did it. So that is always, if you keep your mind open, I always say a parachute works a lot better open than it does closed. So I always keep an open mind to things like that.
That is so true. And with that growth, like you're not sitting down and say, I wish I did it so that I had the experience. You truly did it and you had the experience. And that's the time that you grow. So I salute you for that. Like it's truly amazing in the things that you're scared of doing, you did it anyways because you do believe in yourself. And believing in yourself is the most important thing, because if you believe in yourself, nothing is impossible. Everything will come in place and everything will be possible. So that's why it's very important to put in mind, if you don't believe in yourself, who else will believe in you?
Exactly.
Don't expect anybody to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. So I love that, Cindy. Really nice, and thank you so much for sharing that with us. So another thing, like, let's go ahead and talk to Deb about it, and why is it's so important for us, Deb, to really learn on how to adapt into changes and transitions, no matter difficulties, adversities we have in life.
Well, if you're not going to change, you're not going to learn.
Mm.
So, I mean, I come from a lifestyle where I had no choice. So I just did it. But I'm going to tell you something. There's always room for more knowledge. There's always room for more friends. There's always room for just more everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when this whole resisting change means you don't want anything more. You don't want to learn anything about a different job or a different opportunity or different people or different skills. I mean, Cindy and I were talking earlier, and I said to her when I had to try to come up with my bio, I'm like, when I was 32, I went back to college. When I was like back in 2016, I think I was like 48, I learned to play violin. When I was 50, I started the roller derby. The roller derby. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's just, if you are not growing and if you are not following something that you are inspired to do, passionate about. When I said to my husband at 49, I said, a friend of mine said to me, the roller derby, you're looking for new people. Do you want to go? And I burst out laughing and I said, I guess I do. Right? And she said, well, I mean, I didn't think I was going to make the team. When I made the team, it's because when I put my skates on, I believed I was back to being 20 years old again. And I hit that rink, and I was like, I was just going around it like I was 20. So I think what happens is that we tie things to our age and the time in our life, how many children we have, and what's going on in our marriages and just our family situations, and that is often what stops us from proceeding to do anything. But my last job, like with an employer job, I was in car sales. I didn't know a thing about a truck, and my husband said, "How are you going to sell trucks?" Well, I'll tell you, I sold a lot of them. I didn't need to know how much the truck how much it towed. I didn't need to know anything, but I tell you what I did need to know. I needed to know how to communicate with people.
Yep.
I needed to be able to listen to people, and I needed to be able to sit down and give them what they were looking for. Right? And I do that in everything that I do, even in consulting. When I sit down with a family, I'm not just listening to the parents who's basically paying me. I spend more time with the children because the children do not lie.
That's right.
And so, I mean, I'm just saying, the children don't, right? So
yes,
I sit there, I gather the information, but I'm going to tell you something right now. The sooner that you can move forward, the faster you will receive what you're looking for.
Yes.
You can sit there for 2 years and eat something up and just repeat the same story, or you could do it in 2 weeks. Allow yourself to listen to what's going on, to really sit into what's going on, to talk to people, get that part done, and then make a plan. And when you make that plan, even if you just execute one thing, if you make a plan and it's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and it doesn't matter if you do them all. Do one. And that one is movement forward. And then all of a sudden you're doing, like, for an example, somebody who wants to change their eating habits or their diet or whatever. And they say, I'm going to start drinking water every day. In 7 days, drinking water every day is going to change them because now they're starting to hydrate their body and they're feeling better. And then they start adapting another, forward, or I call it forward motion.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that one sneaks in. All of a sudden they're doing 2 things. So what if it's 2 weeks? In 3 weeks, they're doing 3 things. In 4 weeks, they're doing 4 things.
That's right.
It's the same thing in everything you do in life. In everything you do in life, it's the same. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same way, but it's the speed.
Yeah.
People
Mm-hmm.
only get stuck when they don't understand. So it's like every time that I move, every time my husband and I move, I'm in the community in a week. I got friends in a week. I'm out talking to people. Because I had no choice. I had my daughter to think of. I had to
Mm-hmm.
get her involved in things so she would make friends.
Mm-hmm.
My husband, he had his work people because he was
That's right.
military and he went to work. But
Mm-hmm.
I knew really quickly, if I want to change, be a part of something, I got to get involved in it. I
Mm-hmm.
can't just sit back at home and go, oh my God, he dragged me to Goose Bay. Well, there's nothing going on here,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what
That
did
is
I do?
true. Yeah.
I applied for a job with the town, with the
Yeah.
tourism department, got to know everybody in the community.
That's
I could go
right.
back to Goose Bay tomorrow and I could go into any place and everybody still knows who I am, right? Because,
Mm-hmm.
and I did that so I could, not just so I could be involved, but so my daughter would, I would be able to expose her to things too.
That's
I don't,
right.
I don't have that to worry about now, right? I mean, she's 27 years old,
Mm-hmm.
doing her own thing. But if I had to move tomorrow, I would jump right into the community, into something. A lot of people get involved in the churches. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people go to non for profits. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, they go to where biking clubs, running clubs. It doesn't even matter. Kayak clubs.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no difference. But you
Mm-hmm.
have to find a passion, and then when you have to pivot again or move again or just life starts to change, you have
Mm-hmm.
something of common interest, but keep
That's
it
right.
positive. Don't don't go down in that hole.
Yeah.
You won't
Mm-hmm.
be happy if you go down in that little rabbit hole with the other
No.
people who
Yeah.
complain and are like, oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Stay up
Mm-hmm.
here with the rest with us.
They
Stay up
will.
here
Yeah.
with
Yeah, you can, and you can attract whatever energy that you're putting out there. You will attract whatever energy you're putting out there. So
one
if you,
hundred percent.
yeah, see, so if you are positive person, you attract positive people to come to you. But if
Yeah.
you're negative, nagging or whining or complaining all the time, those are the kind of people you're attracting to come and connect with you. And oh my gosh, to have that in your life, I don't know what else. Like this is what I have read the other day, that our eyes is the light that brings out the whatever you want to be feeling inside you, because everything you see, and when you see, okay, and when you see things, and that's exactly what you want to gravitate, that is so powerful. But then, like, if you see the things that are like dark, how can you live a life with darkness? So that's why we need to be very careful on where your eyes is focusing on seeing, because it's very important, because how what you see is becoming to the affecting on how you feel. And sometimes if you don't choose where to focus on, you're gonna be in what they're saying, in that hole, and you don't want to be in that dark hole, because it's not only you that is affected, the people around you, especially your loved ones, will be also affected. So you want to bring that positivity, whatever the energy that you're bringing to your people. So I want to tell you about this, guys, about changes is a very, sometimes it's not the favorite word for everyone else, but don't think about change. So whatever these ladies are telling you, if you love to do something and you are getting some result from what you are doing, just do a little bit, 10% more of that. But if you think that whatever you're doing is not contributing to your growth and to a better future of yours, decrease 10% less. Don't change, don't change your life like upside down. You just need to, like what Deborah is saying, if you want to be healthy, start a habit of drinking water. That one step, and the next step, and the next step. Just take a tiny bite. It's like my son. Mommy, I don't like it. You didn't even tasted it, but I don't like it. But you know what? I said to him, taste it, just tiny bite. Guess what, guys? That tiny bite, oh my gosh, mommy, it's so good. I want more. It's gonna be like that. Just take it
Yes.
one step at a time. You will never know until you taste it. So it's very important, you guys, that you need to be brave, face your fear, because, like Carol said, do it with fear, and you'll be very happy. We're coming to the end of the hour, and I want to talk to these ladies because they are my advocates of doing brighter future for the next generation. And I salute them because one time I told them about it, they will say, Angie, count us in right away. And I really want to thank them because they are just the women I am looking for, wanting to be in that circle of big, good hearted, that really willing to give and make something that is like sustainable, helping other kids or other people out there. So tell me a little bit about that. I'll talk to Deb a little bit. Tell me, Deb, why did you say yes to helping these kids and coming into? By the way, you guys, guys are one of the collaborators in the projects that everything is doing with the brighter future. So tell me, Deb, why did you say yes right away?
Well, why wouldn't I?
Yep.
To me, it was such a no-brainer. And you know,
Mm.
do you know what bothered me the most after?
Mhm.
Sorry, I had no idea. You know, and a lot of people don't know this about you, but I'm just going to give this little tidbit.
Okay.
When I first learned about Angie, we were in a different company together,
Yeah.
and I was on the call with, I'm going to say upline because that's what they are, and they said to me, I got it. They were on the call with me, and they said, I got to go. Angie's on her way in giving birth, and she's recruiting. Not a word of a lie.
I'm going for labor.
That's what he said. She's in labor, getting ready to have a baby, and she's calling me because she's recruiting. And I was like, really? So we hung up the phone, and I'm like, who is this woman? Who is this woman that's about to give birth, and she's talking to people about her business opportunity? Anyway, so long story short, it was only like 3 months later we went to a convention together, and um, and I got to meet baby Anthony
Yeah.
and spend time with Angie and her family and Tony and
Mhm.
stuff. And I watched her get up and speak. And I think, like, even back then, I was never so inspired by anybody in my life aside from my mother.
Thank you.
My mother inspired me because she said, like,
Mhm.
she was just so wonderful,
Mhm.
and such a strong woman. And I'm watching Angie, and I'm watching her talk, passion for her family, passion for her community, passion for, like, the changes that she wanted to make
Mhm.
back in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this, and I'm thinking to myself, you got to get your together. Like, you really got to get your, right? Because I was just thinking so small.
Yeah.
I really, you know what? I was looking for the opportunity we were in was for me to put my daughter through university, and that worked. But I never thought bigger. So when she said to me and she reached out, um, I was just like, oh yeah, I don't know what you're into, but I'm into it with you because I know the good that's going to happen, and I want to be. This is like a family thing for me. It's not
Mhm.
even. It's not even, like friends helping out. I feel so family oriented. Like, this is just a part of something that I want to give from my heart.
Mhm.
Um, and we're going to change a lot of children. And I love the
Yes.
babies. I love the children. I mean, I love
Yes.
communities too, but children are our future, and
Mhm.
we can't leave them behind. We just can't leave them behind. We have to empower them. We have to instill things on them. We have to give them the things that they need in order to carry us through, because
Mhm.
we're not doing the best job.
Yeah, I
So
know
we need to just,
because.
it's a help them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't even hesitate. And when people do, I just do not understand why.
Mhm.
You can do things locally, but you have to think globally, because that's where the
Mhm.
change is going to be.
Mhm.
It's like we can go out and locally give here and give there, but
That's right.
it's the
Mhm.
global effort that's going to change the world.
Mhm. And you're going to be more
And Angie,
excited about this, something that I'm going to tell you, because we are going to Ghana. It's no longer just the Philippines, but now I had this connection that just talked to me. We are going to Ghana. We are going to help the kids in Ghana. And for all of you guys, viewers around the world, if you are here, connect with Deborah and Cindy. They are doing some amazing things. That's why they are very excited to be helping a lot more people, because whatever they're doing, you guys, I don't want to spill anything on, but like, you need to connect with them. You can find them on Facebook. And
yeah,
what their name now, you can go ahead and find them, message them to tell you more about what they're doing. That's why they're very excited when it comes to charities and helping people, helping kids, and also scholarship and everything, because they have the means and they can teach you on how to do what they're doing. And you know what, guys, it won't hurt you. It won't hurt you to think, think ahead. And if, as I said, if you gonna had a chance to have a chance to talk to them, I dare you, or like really urge you to go ahead and message them, send them a message on Messenger, and they will get back to you, because it's very important that you talk to them. That's why their excitement is up to the roof, because they know exactly what they're doing, and they are know where they're heading, and they are 100% supporting any charities out there that needed the support. So I'm super blessed to have them back into my circle, because I know for a fact that we can do more greater things together. We're stronger. So that's why it's very powerful. So thank you so much, Deb. I really appreciate you. Your heart is phenomenal when it comes to children. I know that. And I can wish more for I cannot wish for more for good friends like you. So it's been a while. We haven't connected for years, but I know that you're always in my mind, and I do believe that you'll never forget me too, for some reason. So yeah, thank you so much. I really truly appreciate you for everything that you do and all your support. So yes, awesome. Anyways, let's go ahead and Cindy. Cindy, why did you say yes to helping a brighter future for the next generation with us?
Well, like Angie, that's just like, I don't know, like it's exactly what Deb said. It's a no-brainer when it comes to giving back, whether it's this much we give or this much. If
Mm.
everybody gives a little, think about the impact. And it's just like a ripple. You take a rock and you skip it across the water, and you see a ripple, and it just keeps on going and going and going. And
Mhm.
like, I wish Bob and I could have done more. We that was just like, it was not even a thought process. It was, I said to Deb, okay, how much? Okay, yeah, all e-transfers, yeah, done. You know what I mean? Like, there was not a thought process. First of all, it's coming from, again, the work that you have done and the charities and the giving back to society. It's like you are someone we want to follow and do
Oh.
what you're doing, because I'm telling you, Angie, we need more people like you in this world. We need people who are going to impact not only the children, but communities globally. And when it comes to kids, I'm like with Deb, like, it's just like a no-brainer.
Mm.
And it just warms my heart. And I don't even think about stuff like that. Like, I just don't even think about it. Somebody says, hey, Cindy, can you do it? Whether I can give $25 or, whatever. Somebody sent me a message from a wonderful family that took Bryson for a few weeks in Florida for tennis. And they needed money raised to build a new tennis court at this university. And I gave $25, but that $25, if a whole bunch of people gave $25, they get a new court. You know what I mean? So I think of it, every little bit helps. And if we can do that, us as society and people, we're here to serve. We're here to serve, and we're here to give back. So I just love it, and I'm so grateful, and I really truly feel that the universe has brought us together for a reason, because we need to do more. We need to do more. As a three women here, we can multiply that, quadruple that, and just keep on helping people and helping each other, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And you know what? Thank you so much. Those are really thoughtful of you guys, very kind of you guys to say. But it's not about one person, it's about the community. And the number one thing is, I personally humble enough to do what I am doing. But without people like you, this nothing is possible. So that's why I always pray that someday there are more people, like I'll be blessed with more people come my way, like you guys, who are ready, willing to do what it takes to make things change, to see some changes in the world. And this world will be a better place to live in, with people like us who can think about others, like putting our others first before ourselves. And there's a lot of people who are stressed, depressed, you name it, because you know why? They think about themselves. If only they can think about outside themselves, they will be in a better position. So you guys, it's very important that you don't focus on what is going on your life, but instead focus on what you need to be grateful for, and look at what you can do for other people. I kid you not, if you bless others, you'll be blessed more. And that's why I am so grateful for both Cindy and Deborah. And I cannot thank you guys enough for doing what you do and being with me. So and all the projects that we support. So I guess I know that for everything that we do, like you said, Cindy, it will create a ripple effect, and it will be a legacy for everyone to see and inspire more women, more people to keep doing what they're doing in order to make an impact, a huge memorable impact in other people's lives. So again, you guys, I cannot stop talking to you. You guys are so amazing. But unfortunately, we get to the end of the hour. But I cannot thank you enough. Say your message to our viewers, Deb. Is there any last message for you, Deb, to say to the people, to our viewers around the world?
You know what? I think if you just go forward and do everything with kindness and be the blessing that you want to see come in, you'll never go wrong.
That's right. Definitely.
Do everything with kindness, especially towards yourself. Yourself first, others next. And that just be the blessing that you want to see.
Yes.
I mean, this is why Angie, showed up into my life again. It's why Cindy and I connected again. It just is.
Yeah.
It just is. You start trying that, and then message me on Facebook.
Yes.
Tell me about all the blessings you're receiving.
Yes, definitely. And all the things that you're grateful for.
All these things have happened. I say to Cindy every morning, I wake up and the very first words out of my mouth, as my eyes open, I say, Deborah, what is the best thing that can happen to you today? And I get some funny stuff, don't I, Cindy? I get carpets being mailed to me in the mail. Like, it is hilarious because I'm always looking for them, and I meet the best people.
And you call it, right? You call it. You expect it.
I'm like, Well,
Yeah.
why wouldn't I want the best things to happen?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
looking for the worst. I'm like, what is the best thing
No.
to happen for me today?
Exactly.
And then something happens. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's going to
because you're
get better.
expecting it be given to you. That's what it is and how it works. Yeah.
And the other thing is, with all the blessings that come in, you can start to like. There's this thing in reciprocity, I think is the way it's pronounced. But when you start to feel really easy and at ease with the flow, you give. So if you like it's
That's
so
right.
expansive.
Yes.
There's no restriction. You don't give going,
No.
I just went and donated $70. Oh my goodness, like what if I don't make that next week? Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of like you give it and you're like, yeah, I'm getting poisoned.
Then forget about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's
it's
how it
beautiful.
works. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you so much, Zeb. So expect all the best and it be given to you. That's awesome. I'll practice that, Deb. Thank you. How about you, Cindy?
I love what you started off with. You know, you can't go in reverse because yesterday already happened. You can't stay in neutral because you ain't going anywhere, but you can always put it in drive. And it doesn't matter if you go 10 miles an hour or 100 miles an hour, just go forward.
That's
all.
right.
Just go forward.
That's right.
Surround yourself around with people, like-minded people that bring you up and don't pull you down. Because that's what you got to look for in life, is that you got to surround yourself around those people and you'll be much happier. And I love, Deb told me that a couple weeks ago. I said, I love when she said that to me. She said, think about what's going to happen really good to you today. I love that. So that's a really good one.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'll add this: if you go neutral, you're wasting your gas and you're killing the environment. So don't be that
dead battery. Dead
Just-
battery.
Yes, dead battery.
Dead battery, people.
See, it's all bad, right?
Yeah.
Everything is bad going neutral. All these things. So never go neutral. And I like that very much. So anyways, guys, to all our viewers around the world, and I would love very much to thank Carol for being our first and only first interaction with our viewers today, with our guests. So thank you so very much for all your support, all our viewers around the world, and a special thank you to Cindy and Deb for joining me tonight. You have a wonderful evening. You have a wonderful day to all the people in Asia, and we bless you and keep blessing other people. And happy Father's Day again to all the wonderful fathers around the world. We love you very much, and we'll be praying for you all the time. So good night, everyone in the other side of the world. Good morning. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you very soon. Ciao, ciao.